Okay, I mean this in the best possible way, but this is exactly what I was talking about in the video that I just made when I said that if you're not an actor, you can't necessarily accurately assess the situation with that Justin and Blake footage because sometimes you don't understand the industry. So just let me explain again. When it comes to acting, the point is to make it believable. Not that actors won't necessarily feel those emotions, they absolutely will, but that is where the priority is. So for instance, if you were to go see a Broadway show, right, that had a big ensemble number where a lot of like people are on stage for a long time that aren't speaking, but they're like ad-libbing to each other and they're in character, do not be fooled. Those actors on stage are not spending however much time they're on stage actually being like, oh, good day, my lord. Oh, did you see what the piper said? They're talking to each other about lunch, but their physicality is in character because that's all the audience cares about and can detect. And in the same way, when you're doing things in the industry like clips that are supposed to be in slow-mo, things that aren't going to have audio, the physicality is then what is going to define being in character. I want you to think about it this way. When I was on Broadway and I had my scene where I literally spent I think it was something like 10 minutes just being fondled by people that were supposed to be soldiers in the show. If my dance partners had spent that entire time actually saying things in character to me like, oh baby, oh, I'm gonna get you tonight, that actually would have felt really uncomfortable and unprofessional to me in that moment to a certain extent because it's unnecessary. Now listen, sure, you're gonna have some method actors that are really consistently insistent on being in character on stage, even for times like that the audience can't hear them. But my point is that just them talking during that scene when they're supposed to be in character, that talking doesn't necessarily mean that they're out of character. So again, this video isn't even literally about whether or not you believe Blake or Justin, but it's about the industry and the nuance that you have to understand. Because he's almost in a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation here. Just been in character that whole time, ignoring Blake while she had been trying to talk to him, saying things like, I think that this should be talking. That would have been weird too. That's what I meant when I said that I found it perfectly professional from my experience because he rode that fine line really well. Like if you've ever been an extra on a commercial and you're having to be like at a party or something for a prolonged period of time, you're not all the time actually laughing in character, being like, oh my God, so Gina, guess what happened? If there's no audio, quite often, it's much easier and perfectly professional in those moments to be like, okay, and we're laughing now. We're laughing, everything is so funny. I don't even know what's going on right now. Get out of here. It is so hot in here. Oh my. As long as you're getting what the director needs for the vision of the piece, that is all that matters. Now, we're like this close and we could go on a diatribe about like a philosophical rant about what is method acting. Should acting actually be autobiographical and pull from personal sense memories and trauma? Which the answer is actually no. You should never actually have to re-traumatize yourself to be able to emote, because then you're actually kind of not acting, right? But this is a big discussion here. But I am just saying, in the context of all of this, it is something that has to be considered.